Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with another first listen review. I actually wasn't going to do this one. I wasn't really planning on doing a review of this one, but I just got done listening to it. I threw it on and just got done listening to it. It is Elegant Weapons. The name is Horns for a Halo. And in case you have no idea who Elegant Weapons is, it is the brainchild of Richie Faulkner, who, if you don't know who he is the guitarist from Judas Priest who took over when KK Downing quit the band, or took a brief hiatus that turned into a permanent hiatus. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But he's been in Priest for a while now. Killer guitar player. And the rest of the band on this album consists of Rex Brown on bass, from Pantera, in case you don't know. And then Scott Travis on drums, also from Priest. On vocals, we have Ronnie Romero. And if you don't know who Ronnie Romero is, then you've probably been living under a rock, because Ronnie Romero sings on everything. I say that kind of jokingly, but he sings on a lot of stuff. So it kind of makes me wonder if this is just a project or if it's a band, because Ronnie Romero's band is actually Lords of Black, which he's been doing since mid-2000s, early 2000s. I actually don't remember when the first album came out. They have several albums out. He kind of came to prominence. It's kind of funny because Richie Blackmore announced he was going to do some Rainbow stuff, and he was going to have the singer, and he didn't really say anything about him, except when I announce who it is, you're going to be hearing from him a lot. You're going to really be hearing from this guy a lot. He wasn't kidding. Ronnie has sung with a lot of people. He's done the Ferryman thing. He's done some stuff with Schenker, Adrian Vandenberg, when he rebooted Vandenberg for whatever reason with him singing. I thought that was a little strange because I didn't think he was going to stay with the band, so it kind of threw me off that he actually joined it. It's funny because he took over for Joe Lynn Turner sang in Rainbow. I wasn't the last singer, but he was in Rainbow. Ryan Romero took that spot. And then he took over in Sunstorm, which was, kind of like Joe Lynn Turner's thing, which I wasn't too happy about that. Joe Lynn Turner is one of my favorite singers, and when I heard that he wasn't going to be doing it anymore, it was just kind of like, why would they even still call it that? But, I guess Joe Lynn Turner didn't really own the name. It was kind of a, label project anyway. But anyway, so that being said, I wasn't sure what to expect of this, because I really never heard anything else Richie Faulkner had actually done. So when I threw this on, it kicked in. First couple songs sounded like Priest songs. I'm not going to lie. I thought, oh, okay, well, it's cool. I love Priest. Priest has been one of my favorite bands since I was a kid. So I wasn't too disappointed in that. And then it started getting a little different, and not in a bad way. Like the third and fourth tracks, they started getting threw in a little bit of bluesy stuff, and then it kind of mixed with what still sounded like the Priest formula, but I got some vibes from old Dio type stuff, maybe with the Rainbow feel to it. So I thought that was cool. So there's a couple songs in there like that. And also, it's just staying heavy the whole time too. This album's produced really well. I love the fact that you got Rex playing bass on this, because his bass playing just is really mixed well in the mix. You can hear him play this style of music that he's a killer bass player. I don't think he gets enough recognition for his bass playing. He's actually really good. And then there's a cover song on here, Lights Out, from UFO, which kind of threw me off. I wasn't expecting a cover song. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just kind of listening to it. I go, man, this sounds familiar. And then it clicked. Oh, duh! It's Lights Out. It's a very noticeable. It's a very noticeable riff. It's one of their most popular songs. So I'm not sure exactly why they did that. It's kind of weird because got Ronnie singing with Schenker for a while, and I kind of think I remember maybe something from Schenker Fest, him singing that song with Schenker too. I can't say 100% that he did, but it seems like maybe I heard that somewhere. But it's cool. Ronnie just did a couple solo albums where he did just a whole bunch of cover songs, rock radio or heavy rock radio, I think they were called, which were cool. There's some stuff that was okay, and then there's some stuff that was really cool on those. So if you haven't had a chance to check those out, check them out. And then there's Horns for a Halo was the next song, or the cover song, or the title song of the album, which I didn't understand what the title meant until I heard the song. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but the lyrics are kind of cool to that song, so I'm not going to give it away. You have to listen to it for yourself. And you got this song on here called Dirty Pig, which was pretty cool. More kind of bluesy-ish type feel to it, I think. And then White Horse, man, that one was killer. That one, the riff in that one was like blowing me away, and it's a fairly long song too, but the riff to that song, killer. And then Downfall Rising just ended kind of how it started, with a nice, cool, heavy, it had a little bit of a bluesy-ish riff to it, I forget what song it was now, but there's one of these songs, I think it was White Horse, possibly, but it's either Dirty Pig or White Horse, I don't know, I just got done listening to it, where it kind of broke down in the middle of it, and I had this, instant feeling of Eternal Idol from Black Sabbath, in there. I was like, oh wow, that was really, really cool. So it's kind of all over the place, but it's all over the place with a tie to classic rock metal and Priest and heavy and modern sounding as well. So I was actually really, really impressed with this. I wasn't really sure what to expect at all, and I knew it was going to be heavy, obviously, but really didn't know exactly what kind of styles it was all going to cover. So I was actually really impressed with it. The only thing I will say is, I don't know, I like Ronnie Romero. I kind of, I'm dogging on him a little bit. I love his voice. I think with Words of Black, I think he does great. It's his band. I think he sounded great with Rainbow. I think he was a perfect choice to be the new guy to take over. The Ferryman stuff all sounds good. I honestly, Adrian Vandenberg is one of my favorite guitarists. Has been since, before he was in Whitesnake. I love those first Vandenberg albums. Heading for a Storm, I've probably listened to that album I don't even know how many times. I got to meet him when I was in my early 20s, and I was hanging out with this guitar tech. I remember his guitar tech telling Adrian that I was one of his biggest fans. So I love Vandenberg, and so when I got the new Vandenberg album, I listened to it. I think the thing that I liked least about that album was Ronnie singing on it. It just did not mix well with the songs in Adrian's playing, and I was really bummed about that. And I'm not saying that it doesn't mix well with this. Because I don't like the stuff he does with Sunstorm either. I just think that he wasn't the right choice for that. And it's not that he's got a bad voice. I just think that certain singers sound better doing certain styles of music and certain songs. And this one, I don't know if he was the best choice for singer. If I'm being 100% honest. They all sound good. He sings great on it. But I just feel maybe if they wanted this to be a band, he should have, Richie should have picked a different singer. If it's just a project, it's cool. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to dog it. There's nothing bad about his singing, but I think maybe somebody that hasn't been saturating the music scene for the last few years might have been a better choice. But, this is all just my opinion. I'm probably going to listen to this a lot. I actually really liked it. I'd probably rate it probably an 8 out of 10. It's really that good. I like it better than I like the last Priest album, which is saying a lot. And in fact, if you haven't had a chance to check out KK's Priest, I think that's also better than the last Priest album too. Actually, that one probably sounds more Priest than Priest does. It's a couple of the last things that they've done there, but I might get dogged for that in the comments here too. But anyway, I'm just going to end on that. Tell me what you guys think of it. Check it out. Really do check it out. This was like a welcome surprise. I really like this one. So you make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and all that fun stuff. And I'm not sure what I have next on the books here, but I'm going to find. I got a couple more that I want to check out before the weekend's over and the holiday kicks in tomorrow. Even though I have a whole bunch of stuff planned, I'll try to get my personal stuff that I'm doing tomorrow. I'm trying to work some of this music into it. Maybe kick out a couple more of these tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But thanks for checking this out, and be sure you like. I already said all that stuff. Where am I going with this? Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.